This is a short tutorial on how to do a IB questionnaire for your spring conference site. First thing you need to do is go get documents that are relevant to your last IB unit. So I'm going to go into my tiny URL / you'd enter your password here. There they are. There's going to be a number of important documents there that relate to your last IB unit on the American Revolution. One of them would be the last writing sample that you did. So I'm going to download that. Back to my samples. Here's the second page of that. I'm going to download that. Go back to my samples. The next thing would be samples of note cards you did. I asked you to give me your 4 best note cards. This also would be information on how many note cards that you did. So I'm going to download that. Another thing that should be there is the rubric that I gave you, which was my scoring on an NPS scale of the quality of your note cards, your final reflection, your contributions to small group, the quality of your game statements for Jeopardy. So I'm going to download that. And the final download in my samples are the samples from your work on Jeopardy games, and this was in the spreadsheet. And what I did was I took the ones that you created, the clues and the questions that you created, and made a little picture of that, and you can download that also. So you'll have 4 or 5 things downloaded. It's the first step in creating an IB questionnaire for your conference site. After you download those documents, they're probably in your downloads folder, or maybe you download them to your desktop. I suggest that you change the names so there's something you recognize. This is the first one. I'm just going to click on this, and I'm going to name it Organize. And this was my final reflection, so I'm going to call it Reflect. And it was my first page, so I'll say Reflect 1. I'm going to copy that and put it on my second page. Here's my second page. Click on that. I'm going to paste that in, Reflect 2. These are my note cards. I'm going to click on that. Again, Organize, because the unit was how we organize ourselves. And these are note cards, so I'm going to call them Notes. Here's the rubric. Click on that one. How we organize ourselves, so I'll put Organize. And we'll call that the rubric. And the final one, these are the Jeopardy clues. So I'll click on that name. Again, I'm going to call it Organize. That's the unit. And let's call it Jeopardy. And I just did this so that it's easier to identify these in your uploads and easier to use these words when you upload them to your eFolio site. The final step in getting the documents you need for your IB questionnaire is to log on to eFolio and then go to New Content, and you want to do Uploads, and these are images. Upload. I'm going to choose the file, and these files are in a folder called Downloads. And let's just take them in order. Organize, Reflect 1. I'm going to open that one. I'm just going to copy this title. I'm going to copy and paste that to the rollover. Save that one. Go again, do an image upload. Same thing. Let's get Reflection 2 page. Open that up. Same title. We'll do Organize, Reflect. We're going to make this one number 2. We're going to save that. Let's get the next image. Choose the file. Let's get our notes. Call it Organize Notes. Copy and paste that into the rollover text. Save that. Let's get the next thing. Do another upload. Choose the file. Let's get the rubric. Open that. Looks good. Copy and paste that, organize rubric, save that, and finally, let's get the image that has to do with our Jeopardy game, the clues you created, and let's call that Organized Jeopardy. And let's use that for the rollover text. Save that. And now you're all ready to use those documents in the questionnaire that you create.